Welcome to this episode of Black Beat Podcast. Y'all, it's your host, John Washington, editor-in-chief of Floss and Media, right here in Portland, Oregon, where we've been keeping it real for the last 20 years. Yeah. Today, we're going to dive deep into the music industry with an emerging artist and see how the industry has developed over the last 20 years. Coming off the plane from California, we have Lincoln Roy in the studio today. Hey, Roy, look here, man. We are so glad that you decided to stop by and say hello to us. As an artist who embodies hip-hop, reggae, Afrofusion, he was born in Los Angeles to Caribbean parents. Learned to play the drums and keyboards at 12. LR has released a variety of songs like Two Seat and Coastin to show his ability to cross over to hip-hop and reggae and showcase Lincoln Roy's talents and styles. His latest single, Two Shot, December 19th, 2023, is a hip-hop Afrofusion record that showcases Lincoln Roy as a pioneer in this lane right here. Now y'all got to check this out for a minute though, because I tell you, welcome Lincoln, man. We appreciate you coming on the show today.
I
yeah,
appreciate it. Trust me. Appreciate it.
Man, but let's just dive into this. And you know how, man, where you from? Talk to us a little bit about your background, man. All that.
So I'm born and raised in L.A., South Central L.A. You know. Came up in the era where, Nip was taking over.
Yeah.
Came up in the era where Kobe was the man, Shaq left. So my emerging days is 04, 05, 06.
Come on.
I'm coming up watching Reggie Bush at SC. You know what I'm saying? That was the culture. That's my coming up.
Coming
day.
up, huh?
Yeah.
But you're a youngster in the deal, but you've been watching, man. That's okay, man, because that's what you need to be in this game.
Yeah.
Fresh legs.
Come on. Ready to go.
Hey, so tell me, how have you found your way to merge this hip hop? And before I ask that question, man, I saw this about 7 years ago. I started hearing that Afro beat, man, and I kept saying, man, why ain't hip hop jumping on all over this? Why is this? And then at the same time asking them brothers, well, why ain't you bringing some of these brothers into this right here? Because this is what it's about.
Right.
So how'd you get hold of this ball, man, and begin to rock this world by merging these two possibilities?
Well, my father's a reggae bass player.
Okay, well, that's explaining it right there.
My mother grew up in the dance hall era. So when I'm with her, I hear dance hall music. Beanie Man, Shabba Ranks, all those Buju Banton. When I'm with my pops, I'm hearing the old school Bob Marley, hearing the Wailing Souls.
Man, listen to you.
You feel me? So that's my childhood.
Yeah.
And then when I come of age, I go find hip-hop.
Wow.
I'm listening to Massacre, Jay-Z. Old Tupac records.
Come on.
Who else is current at the time? Kanye West is out. So my ear already is a genre blending ear.
Yeah.
So once I grew into myself, I'm like, I like that sound.
Yeah.
I like that sound. I like that sound. Let me try to merge them together.
But what was the magic? Did you feel the magic when it happened?
You want me to tell you what happened?
Tell me about it, man.
All right. So it's 2020. And the pandemic just hit.
Yeah.
And I got a 7-track EP that I want to put out. The first 6 records are straight hip-hop. And I'm like, nah, I got to do something special. So I go outside, I go work out. I'm doing lunges. This is a true story. Yeah. I'm doing lunges. You feel me? I'm getting my sweat on. And I burn a spliff. And all I hear in my head is, so them say, pick up arms to make a way. I'm like, what was that? No lie. I'm like, write that down. Ever since then, that was the first crossover record.
Yeah.
It's a hip-hop reggae record, and it's an anthem. It's so them say, pick up arms to make a way. Him don't have no home, no proof, cause the system make the rules. I might live by Jah the root. Man will have a car, a roof. Who Jah bless, no man curse. This is life, every verse. Yeah. I said, oh yeah. I said, yeah. Straight up. So that was the beginning. 2020 was the beginning of crossing it together. Yeah. So.
And so, when did you? What are you being received well with this crossover, man? I mean, what's the public's response to the crossover? I mean, are you meeting any kind of resistance in the industry? The brothers telling them, man, we ain't ready for this or whatever. So,
I go back and forth with it. As an artist that is very, I critique myself more than anyone else. So my thing is, am I reaching out a wider audience or am I creating a niche? That's where my mind goes. Are you becoming a niche artist?
Yeah.
Or are you potentially becoming a more pop artist?
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, my lyrics determine that, and my lyrics is street. So I'm using a pop instrumental with street lyrics. Yeah. That's what I'm doing, and I'm like, okay, you gotta think about that.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
So I understand you on tour, man, these
Yup.
days. What's going on with it? Tell us about your experience, man, since you've been on tour.
Well, this is my first 5-city tour within 1 month.
Oh, wow.
So Bakersfield to Portland to Las Vegas to San Diego to LA. Pretty much performing in LA. So I've learned a lot because touring is not just performing music. It's going into a place you're unfamiliar with.
Yeah, man.
And you have to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And comfortable or not, you still got to deliver. You know what I'm saying?
And it's live. You feel me? And it's a bag on your head. And you're not at home.
Yeah. Where do I turn? Well, you pick up that support as you go, man.
Exactly.
And that's what those tours are really all about, ain't they?
Exactly. There you go. That's
exactly
what it is.
So the track that you dropping, man, I mean, tell me a little bit about it. How many songs on the track and that you're doing? Do you have a track? I mean, something that you put out, a whole album these days, or you just got some tracks, individual tracks?
I have an album I have 100 unreleased songs.
Oh, man.
From the last 2-3 years that I've made.
You've been working, boy. You've been busy.
Yes, sir. So I carved out 16. And right now I'm in the process of dropping the 7 singles, the duration of the rest of the year, and then drop the album at the end of the year or preview it. But also I'm going to shoot a short film.
Oh.
For the records that are not singles.
Oh, right on.
So I'm going to just push the singles and then a short film of the, I guess, B-sides, and then put it together. And then have an album release party, showcase type thing.
Oh, so you going to do all that in L.A. or you going to do that in one of your market cities?
I want to do it in L.A., but I want to find another market too.
Yeah, I heard that. You know, and I'm thinking they're ready for you around here, man. So, I'm really looking forward to – I might even pop in and see what you down there doing, man.
On,
so
man.
You know
what time it is.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about what's going on in the climate anyway. I mean, of course, that common conversation about Kendrick and Drake. Now talk to me, man, a little bit about that. What's that beef all about, man?
That's my era.
You think? Yeah.
That's the one. That's the 2 artists where we know they hold catalogs.
Yeah, man.
So we've been watching this collision. They like boxers, right?
Yeah, man.
It's been a collision course for the longest. Style make fights. Kendrick, man.
Yeah,
Kendrick, man.
But what was that? Was that beef just about a joint, or what was it about? I mean, is it something more personal? What?
It's about the pen.
Okay.
That
you can drop it hotter, huh?
That's all it was about. I don't think it was personal. It probably ended up becoming personal. But I felt like the initial fight, the last fight, was about who got the pen. And I feel like if the pop star would have kept it about the pen, it would have been I think it would have been a more back and forth thing. But since he made it about something else, the boogeyman said, all right, watch this.
Say we get ready to come see it and be able to do what we going to do.
Come on, man. Compton. It's Compton you dealing with.
So tell us how you've been branding yourself, man, as an artist during your career now, man. What's been going on with that?
So I'm in the process of rebranding myself. The initial idea of branding myself was more of a soulful, sample-driven sound, a more reserved, not really putting my image out into the social media world. Wanted to be more, what would you call it, introverted. That was more so the brand in the beginning. Just more of an introverted artist that was just speaking, just social justice and impactful lyrics. Now the brand is more so, how do I connect the diaspora through music that allows people to move. Yeah, that's the brand. And also, how do I attach myself to the things like my sports background, my love for cannabis, my image with dreads, and how do I tap into these markets and explore myself and my music. That's where I'm at right now.
So have you, I know how complicated it is for an artist to be able to do that on their own, man. So have you amassed a team of people that you trust and and supporting your stuff, or are you just still trying to pull it all together?
I just hired a social media manager.
Right on.
I just hired a brand specialist, and I also just hired a personal videographer, so I could put these marketing things together. Because I'm on tour and I'm looking around, my head's spinning. I'm like, okay, yeah. This ain't no one man band.
I'm trying to tell you, you need to come equipped, right?
Yeah, this ain't no one man
Woo,
band.
boy, you ain't said nothing.
Nah,
Yeah,
for real.
This is big.
No, for real.
Too big to trick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Yeah. So, how do you see your career growing, man, in say in the next 5 years? I mean, what's your plans on from the development side?
Go from local to regional to national.
Yeah.
And potentially going international. I believe my sound could touch, different coasts, west, east, south. I believe I could be in Europe, London somewhere. I believe I could be in Brazil. I feel like the music could go to Toronto. I just feel like what I got, a genre blended sound, it could connect to different people.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
So, man, so tell me what's it been like out in this culture right now? Man, I mean, we came from gangster rap, all of that stuff, and now we looking at these blends and all that stuff. Man, I mean, talk to me a little bit what the fellas is doing. What y'all doing out there? You know, it's been a little while since I've been out in the trench, man, checking y'all out,
You asking a great
since
question,
P. Diddy, been on bite. It's like, goddamn, ain't nobody trying to get out there and say none of that old school shit.
Nah,
because ain't no telling who in the game tricking. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the fourth wall to be removed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, more will be revealed, I'm sure. and I ain't looking too forward to some of that stuff, man. I think that the industry, though, man, has always been a little dicey. But I think that when you begin to mix these blends together, man, I think it really begins to play portrait to our development, man. And the whole thing's about merging our communities and all that kind of stuff, man. And, and it keeps it civil, man, because there's a beat and there's a familiarity with some of this stuff that really hits in the heart. You know what I'm saying? Not something that's hitting you in your head.
Exactly.
And you spend a whole lot of time trying to figure it out. But the beat is the beat. You know what I'm saying?
That's what drive the whole thing. The drum.
Yeah.
That's the heartbeat. That's what move everything.
Woo, talk to me,
Come
man.
on.
And believe it or not, man, that's what I've spent the last 30 years with. I'm a percussionist myself.
There you go.
Yeah,
you
man.
know where it's at.
Yeah, man. And that Mozambique and all that stuff is real. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if there's something special, man, what is it that you would like to bring to your listener today, man, that's something special that you want to drop on them about who you are, what you're doing, and that, we might have missed in this conversation, man, that you like to shout about?
So Lincoln Roy, the artist, is a late bloomer, which, man, didn't have the resources as a youth. So once I got the resources, I put it all into the music. I made a lot of sacrifices. So my music is about that person out there that feel like it's too late.
Yeah.
My music is for that person that feel like life knocked them down and they don't got no hope. My music is also for, like, I would say you in a car by yourself, you put the music on, now you got a passenger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
man.
It's comforting, it's inspirational, it's motivational. It could be educational, and it also could just be fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Why don't you drop one of them hot ones on us real quick, man? Something that you're thinking about, you got something on your heart?
What? You want something off the top?
Right? Hey, man, bring it. However you need to bring it.
All right, let me see what I got for y'all. Well, I got a new single called Hop in the Game.
Come on, man.
All
Hop in this game. Come on,
right?
right?
It goes something like this. Cushion my lungs, and I'm from the slums. I like when everybody on me giving tongue, and I beat it up and I bust like a gun. I'm dropping these dimes like I play for the Suns. That's about it.
Well, hey, that's all right, nigga. We know you got a little gift going on there. Yeah, man.
That's coming next.
Hey, y'all, listen here. This has been exciting with us. Just touching on a little bit. Lincoln Roy is in town this week, and he's got a gig going on here. Tell us a little bit about the gig, where it is, and stuff like that, so our listeners can come up and talk to you a little bit.
So the Solstice Night Bar, I'll be performing there, Caribbean Heritage Month. I have a 15-minute set. Doors open at 10 o'clock. So I'm ready to rock out, Got a 15-minute set, so bring some records.
Well, let's get you a little rested, man. I know you've been on that plane a little bit, man. We get you, but we do appreciate, Lincoln, that you stopped in the studio, man, today.
Sir.
And give us a shout. Historically, that was one of the things that we were always cognizant about, is that we know people pass through Portland, but we never get them, to sit down for a second and talk to the people in the neighborhood. Common was just here. He left.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And so it was kind of real fascinating, though, man, to see how these artists come into town, rather if it's Jamie Foxx or any of them, and they never link up with the community, you know.
Correct.
And we're glad that you decided to step in, man, and say hello to us. So, Lincoln Roy, much respect to you, man. Keep
Thank
the
you.
game real.
Appreciate
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that.
And let's get out here and break a leg. You hear what I say?
Yeah, Lincoln Roy, Young and Law. Let's get
Respect Big Lincoln Roy here on the set, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you again, my brother.
it. Yeah.